The people who are in charge of our government are targeting those of us who do not believe government's control over our lives is absolute. In other words, these people have more in common with Nikita Khrushchev and Chairman Mao than they do with George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. The attempt to outlaw pro-American conservatives, that's the shocking betrayal by permanent Washington that we bring to light in tonight's preamble. By now, you all know the story about the National School Board Association demanding the DOJ do something about concerned parents. These parents were righteously angry that GovEd is mandating masks, mandating vaccines, and teaching hate through critical race theory. Now, these thoughtful and well-reasoned objections were greeted as an act of domestic terrorism by the NASB in their letter to the failed Supreme Court nominee, Merrick Garland. Mr. Garland agreed, sicking the FBI on parents who would dare oppose government control over their children. The National Association of School Boards did say they were sorry for calling parents terrorists, but they did so after Joe Biden's administration appointed the left-wing extremist who called parents terrorists to a new position, the National Assessment Governing Board. From there, Viola Garcia will be able to do much more damage to our kids. You can bet she won't take too kindly either to parents trying to get in her way. By the way, Viola Garcia is from Texas, a red state. If this left-wing cancer can spring up from my beloved state, imagine what these leftists are doing in blue states. But government labeling you as a terrorist for reminding them that you're supposed to be the one in charge, it's only half of this. Biden's pals in permanent Washington are also sending messages to conservatives that their very lives and the lives of their family are in danger if they oppose the deep state. On January 6th of this year, Robert Lemke, age 35, of Bay Point, California, sent a text to the brother of Socialist Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. The text included a picture of a home in the brother's neighborhood. In the text, Lemke said, "Your brother is putting your entire family at risk with his lies. In other words, we are armed and nearby your house. You had better have a word with him. We are not far from his either. Already spoke to Jeffries' son and know where his kids are," end quote. Again, that was sent on January 6th. Lemke was arrested on January 26th, 20 days later. It's a bit slow for my liking, but the anti-American leftists who now run the Department of Justice made sure that relatively swift justice was dispensed when someone threatened a socialist member of Congress. If real Americans worked at the Department of Justice, you would expect the same treatment when threats are issued at conservative Republicans, especially in the wake of a vicious attack from a Bernie Sanders supporter where he opened fire on unarmed Republican congressmen practicing on a baseball field, nearly taking the life of Congressman Steve Scalise. On January 9th, a left-wing lunatic threatened conservative Congressman Matt Gaetz and threatened to kill one of his children. The threat came via voicemail, not text message, and was a direct threat to the congressman.
Tell Matt Gaetz to watch his back. Tell him to watch his children. Tell him to watch everyone. I'm coming for him. He's going to die. He's a despicable tyrant, and I'm going to kill him. Watch your back. I'm coming for you. I'm going to put a bullet in you. I'm going to put a bullet in one of your kids, too. I hate you.
Again, this threat was made on January 9th of this year. So if the DOJ was applying the law equally, if they took threats against members of Congress from both political parties equally seriously, you'd expect Eugene Hulsman there, the man issuing the threat, to be arrested on January 29th or thereabouts. Merrick Garland's Department of Justice arrested Mr. Hulsman last week, the 3rd week of October. Equal justice under the law? Hardly. Oh, by the way, not one socialist Democrat has called out this Department of Justice for this obvious double standard. Why would they? It advantages them politically. And one last thing. This story is getting very little press because Hulsman is a longtime member of the media. He worked behind the camera for left-wing networks like ABC, NBC, and CNN. It's plain to see what's being done here. Permanent Washington wants you afraid. If you are a pro-American conservative, they want you afraid. They want you living in fear if you have the crazy idea that in America, the people rule. They want you afraid if you think that your kids belong to you and not the state. They want you cowering in fear if you are a Republican conservative in the Congress. They want you to know that they are willing to leave threats to Republican lawmakers to go unpunished for a while to send a message to you. In short, left-wingers who have infested our government want to criminalize conservatism. Here's the kick in the teeth. Socialist Democrats, they're making sure your taxes are going to go up to fund all of this injustice. They will use your own money against you. You know, they excel at that. The chilling effect is clear. If you're a concerned parent, either surrender your kids or your government will target you. If you're a conservative, don't even bother running for office. The Department of Justice will allow threats against you and your family to go unanswered for a long time because the deep state really doesn't want you in Washington, D.C. anyway. What's happening in the Department of Justice is antithetical to our Constitution and a bedrock American principle of blind justice. This story should alarm anyone who considers themselves a real American. If they can do this to your member of Congress, what do you think permanent Washington is prepared to do to you?
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.